everybody, welcome to Erica's Little Welsh Garden Friday Night Live. Thank you very much for joining me today. If you're watching this back on the playback, then just open the chat and you should be able to go along with the conversation. I'm just getting set up now and just opening up the chat. Has everyone had a lovely day and can you all hear me? I've just had a look at my thumbnail and I look rough. Right, let's have a look. And I just need to open the chat. So thank you, Liz, and thanks for letting me know that you can hear me. So yeah, welcome everybody. I hope you've all had a lovely day. I'm just going to try and open the chat a little bit bigger. So, hello to everybody. So, hello Laura from Green Raven. Hello the hydroponic, aquaponic farmer and gardener. Hello Eleanor. Hello Tony Stevens. Hi Ross. Hi Liz. And hello Evil Spartacus. Hello, Steve Plum Wine. I have a question for you, Steve, but also Tony, you might be able to help me with this question. This evening, before I went live, I have been, oh, hello, James, how are you? I have been racking off the plum wine. Hello, Homebird Farm, how are you? Thanks for joining me. So yes, I have been racking off the plum wine this evening and I had done it pretty. Hello, Ken and Carol's Somerset allotments. Hello, Brandon, how are you? I'm keeping very well, thank you. Homebird Farm, I have forgotten your name. So if your name is in the public arena, please let me know so I can call you by your name. Oh, perfect. Lovely to hear you're doing well, Brandon. That's great. Has everybody enjoyed this like mini heat wave that we've had in the UK? Well, at the beginning of the week. Oh yeah, Georgia, I forgot. Yes, I knew that already. But sometimes some channels kind of keep their names private and you never, if you know it outside of the channel, you're never sure if you can really, talk about it in public. So oh, Ray, yeah, thanks for watching the raised bed video. How far over the bridge am I? I'm near Swansea. So between Swansea and Neath is where I am. So, but yeah, so it was really, good at the beginning of the week with the weather, wasn't it? And it was great to be able to feel like summer. It was like, it's, not very often at this time of year that we're able to be out in our shorts and t-shirts. So it was absolutely crazy. And also, Ross did a video. I don't know if you're familiar with Ross Minton's channel. If you're not, click on the 3 dots next to his name and go and subscribe to him. But he did a video where today that went live and it was really sunny. So I don't know if Ross filmed that a couple of days ago, but it's been pretty rubbish weather here today. So yeah, it's been pretty foggy for Georgia. Whereabouts in the UK are you, Georgia? So Jay McHugh said, hello, and factor 50 at the ready. I think this is it now for a while, isn't it? Lloyd has 2 weeks off and he was saying this evening that we're due some big storms or something and he was hoping to finish the shed the next couple of weeks. Hi Lee Archer. So grey and dull in Surrey, but not my pond, but got your pond. So that was Ray, okay. And Ross said that his video was over the weekend. And yeah, it really did get to 20 degrees, didn't it? Ah, Warsaw. So the hydroponic, aquaponic farmer and gardener is in Warsaw. So Ross is saying in the UK this time last year we had snow. It's crazy, isn't it? I will just mention now, actually, if you have any questions this evening, if you can do it in capital letters, that will be amazing, just so none of us can miss that question. Hi, Benny. And if there's anybody that I haven't said hello to yet, welcome, and I'm sorry that I've missed you. If I haven't said hi, please say hi or something in capitals so I can see it. It was, like Ross said, actually, it was snowing this time last year, and I was talking with Liz earlier, and she'd mentioned that, you know, spring for her is kind of now. And we were saying that, you know, like when we did the this time last year, sorry, I did a video about planting my potatoes on St. Patrick's Day, which is March the 17th, I think. And that was when we had pretty much the beast from the east, wasn't it? So it's amazing to see from like year to year how different everything is. So Jay McHugh is asking a question: can you or someone recommend a decent solar pump for a small pond? It contains frog spawn. Okay, so I haven't ever had an outdoor pond before. I've had fish tanks in the past, but I don't actually know of any products that would be good for that. However, with the wildlife group that I work with, I do know that when you have a pond pump, the bit that actually sucks the water, you, I think, have underneath a kind of pot so it can stop anything being sucked in. But can anyone help? Oh, so Ken and Carol is saying that we had the beast from the east this time last year. So maybe that was when Ross was saying it was snowing this time last year, because I can remember it was still very cold when I did plant my potatoes. So Liz is saying that she bought a pond pump last year, but it wasn't very good, so don't get a little one. Hi David, how are you? Thanks for joining me. That was actually interesting that you joined us, David, because earlier in the week I had a conversation with David about going to a seed swap and kind of what the rules of a seed swap were. So I'll quickly just reiterate that while I'm here, because I'm actually going to a seed swap tomorrow. Basically, with seed swaps, you usually have to pay like 50p or something to get into the event, and you can either kind of take seeds for a donation, or you can go and swap seeds. So yeah, there you go. Hi Tony, how are you? And oh, hi Lindsay, I didn't notice you joined us actually. Oh, now I can see that you've said that you were a little bit late, but you're not late, don't worry at all. So yes, it looks like you're all getting lots of advice about the pond pumps. Hi ACS, how are you? Oh, -3 degrees centigrade. Wow, okay, so not as good as us in the UK, because we've had this little heat wave. Hi Barbara, thank you very much. Oh, actually that reminds me, some of you that had asked for seeds, the loofah seeds, I did send those out earlier in the week. With regards to the, oh, I'm really sorry, it's buffering. Is it buffering for anyone else on here? Perfect. I'm glad everyone got their seeds, but the fill seeds are ready to go out now. So I know Tony Stevens is going to be getting some fill seeds. If you could send me a message with your address on, that would be lovely, and I can get those out in the post. Okay, so what was the question about my wine? I kind of went into that question a little bit early and people were still arriving, but my question is, this evening I have been racking off some wine, the pumpkin wine and my what's the other one, the mead, and I have an elderflower one that I racked off. Now at the very beginning, when I first started making wine, I went with lot of sugar at the beginning, and it was really sweet, and it was almost too sweet for me because I really like a kind of dry red wine. And by the way, for people that aren't interested in winemaking, I'll be quick on this. But basically, so I started using a little bit less sugar in my wines so that I could make sure they weren't really sweet. But I have racked off the pumpkin wine tonight, and I thought before it tasted like pineapple. I don't know if you remember me saying it tastes like pineapple, but basically tonight when I've racked it off, most of that sugar is gone and it doesn't taste really that nice. Now, can anybody give me some advice about how to kind of sweeten the wine once it's finished fermenting? The mead as well, it kind of had like a treacly taste to it, and quite a chemical taste to it, because obviously it's, I'm tasting that alcohol because it's not being sweetened. So yeah, if you can give me any advice about how to sweeten my wine, that would be amazing. Oh, hi Anna, thanks for joining us this evening. Clueless Homesteaders, thanks for joining us. If there's anybody else here that I've missed, I'm really sorry. But yes, and I'm really sorry that I've not really done many videos this week. It's been half term here, so it's been, yeah, a little bit crazy in terms of, having to entertain Stan and things like that. But yeah, luckily it's kind of the week's coming to an end now. So we've got the weekend to go, and then he's back to school on Monday. And as I said before, Lloyd is off for the next 2 weeks. So I don't know if you've watched my video where I've introduced my raised bed garden today, but there's still a little bit of work that needs to be done to level out those the raised beds that I've got and stuff. So we should hopefully, yeah, get it sorted. So I'm just gonna okay, so Tony Stevens has just said about my wine question, you need to add a less metabolizable sugar. What is less metabolizable? Let me know, because I've not really heard of that before, in terms of like, is it just, which sugar is going to be less tasty to the yeast? Please let me know. So ACS at Tony says, you're too young for wine. I'm assuming that's not me, that comment. Hi Sue, thank you very much for joining us. Sorry, I'm just looking at the conversation. Liz did a video about parsnip wine, by the way. Not about parsnip wine. She did a video about this mega big Megatron parsnip. It was huge. So I don't know if you've watched that, but if you haven't, put it in your watch later. Click on Liz's channel now and yeah, look at her video. Well, put it in your watch later. So Clueless Homesteader is saying, the more complex sugar molecules are, the more difficult for the yeast to utilise than the short chain sugars. Okay, so has anyone actually mentioned what type of sugar is harder? But also, I don't mind it. I don't mind it eating all the sugar and becoming obviously alcoholic. I know quite a few people, like 1 kilogram of sugar is about 11%. So I don't mind it having all the sugar, but then you need to, back sweeten it, don't you? I think, is it you stabilise the wine and kill off all the yeast basically, and then you add, yeah, some extra like sugar then. Okay, so happy birthday. So Tony, is it your birthday this month? I'm getting a bit lost in the conversation. Okay, so Steve Plum Wine is saying, if you want a sweeter taste, you can back sweeten by adding some sugar to each bottle. I sometimes do this with cider if it needs sweetening. Caution, need strong bottles. Okay, but Steve, if I was to stabilise the wine and then add the sugar, it's not going to ferment, is it, and go fizzy or explode? So Tony's birthday is on the 21st. So everybody remember that. But yeah, I didn't realise you were that age, Tony. Um, Sorry, I'm just trying to catch up with the conversation now. So Tony is saying something like maltose, you can use dextrose, which is less metabolizable, or as you say, after stabilizing, you can then add regular sugar. Okay. Now I have some wine stabilizer, so I might have a go with that. Um, but the parsnip and beetroot wine that did make me really ill, through obviously fault of my own, um, that was quite sweet. So I need to look back at that recipe and have a look at that. Our friends that came round and drank half of it with us are coming round tomorrow night again, and I've said they can have that wine because I can't go near it now. Oh, Jill is here and she's saying happy St. David's Day, everyone. By the way, or has someone already said it? No, I haven't already said it. So yeah, it's St. David's Day. And does anybody know this? Because I don't know the answer. I probably should. But why is the daffodil the national flower of Wales? Because they're not from Wales originally. So why is it? I know why the leek is like the national vegetable of Wales, but I don't know why the daffodil is. And I possibly do know, so somebody may remind me. Hello to Wild Onion Homestead. Thank you very much for joining me tonight. So they were. Ross Minton is saying that daffodils were grown in Wales. Okay, I didn't know they were. Where do they actually originate from, though? Because I didn't realise. Like I don't actually know where they actually originate from. So Lindsay is saying happy St. David's Day in Welsh. I'm assuming that's what she's saying, because hapus is happy, obviously. So sorry, I'm just trying to pick up on the conversation that is going on. So Ken and Carol's Somerset allotment is plot to plates. I was looking at your name there and I thought, I don't recognise that name, but I kind of did recognise the name, and that's where it is. You've changed your name recently for your channel, and that's why, yeah, I recognise the names but couldn't work it out. So, yes. Rose is from England. There is a lot of questions now coming up on here, but I'm going to have to actually check all of these out later. So Ross Minton is saying that daffodils are from the Native Americans and they grew them in Wales as cut flowers. Interesting. Hi Guru, how are you? I haven't seen you in ages. I hope you're doing well. It's been such a crazy day today. I'm like still in all of my gardening clothes and it's really late. My son is upstairs. I let him play on the tablet because I knew that he'd be down here interrupting us. And I'm going to the seed swap tomorrow. I have not done any preparation for this. And yeah, I've still got muddy knees, and I'm happy though because I have a nice cup of tea. But I just looked at my thumbnail and I look like I've been pulled for a head backwards. I really do. So what are everybody's plans for the weekend in terms of gardening or not gardening? Hi, Jasmine from Alternative Smallholding. Jasmine has got something exciting going on this weekend. Yeah, Erica's hedge. It's funny actually, when I first had my YouTube channel, I pretty much wear makeup like every day, but when I first had my channel, I'd make an extra effort to look kind of presentable, and I wouldn't wear really scruffy, manky clothes. And now I've realised that the more and the longer I've had my channel, the less I really care about what I look like. And I wear just disgusting charity shop jumpers all the time, which I absolutely love wearing. But I am realising that it probably looks like I'm just slowly letting myself go. Yes, Erica's head does sound a little bit dodgy. So Ross isn't doing any gardening. He is looking after children this weekend. So Tony Stevens is finishing putting his permanent fruit in. 12 each of rhubarb, gooseberries and blueberries and 4 cherry trees. What variety of rhubarb are you putting in? Oh, so 2 Wild Onions Homestead is going on a cut flower gardening class. Wow, that sounds pretty cool. ACS has bought 60 mixed do you mean gladioli? Gladiolus bulbs this weekend. Fab. Ray is saying that he has got his loofah seeds. Are there any instructions when to sow? Okay, so you watch it on the replay. My mum, Ray, my mum is in the conversation. She will leave some instructions in capital letters, but basically it's about starting them off as soon as possible, and you're probably going to need to put them in the cold, in the polytunnel, because they were grown in Turkey and they want to be very warm. Okay, so what is everyone else up to? So Anna, that's so sweet. So Anna is saying that I'm adorable. I'm adorbs. And you do not need to get all dolled up for us. I know, Anna, but sometimes, when you just look and think, oh, yeah, I do look like a bit of a state. So, I know we shouldn't all have to be made to feel like we should make the effort, but like I went to the theatre last night and it was like I did my hair and I had loads of makeup on it and I wore a nice coat and I felt actually quite nice. So Lindsay is going to a potato day locally. Oh, there is a potato day locally, so she might go. I think you should, Lindsay, and then I think you should do a video to show us everything you've got from there. So yeah, Jasmine is tackling the new greenhouse that she's got tomorrow. Yes, I noticed Steve Plum Wine said that he was going back to France. So you've been here in the UK and on a holiday or something. And I know, Steve, you are English, aren't you? And in which case, what area are you from? Yes, ACS, thank you very much. Please, everybody give me a thumbs up. There's 19 thumbs up and there's 40 people or 41 people watching. And if you haven't said hello already, because I don't think 40 people have said hello, please say hello. And yeah, that'd be lovely. So James wants to James wants to finish his brassica bed this weekend. That is great. So Nicola is off in a few minutes. So thank you so much for joining us. It's been lovely. Lindsay is planning on doing a video of a local event. Is that the seed swap that you're talking about, or the potato day? Sorry, I'm just trying to catch up with the conversation. So Clueless Homesteader says, I want to build 7 raised beds this weekend, but looks like more rain is still to come. Yes, possibly more rain. Green Raven, does anyone grow wonderberries? What is a wonderberry? It sounds wonderful. What is it? Does it make good wine? Steve Plum Wine, Erica, yes, I've been in Leicester, lovely weather. Yeah, we've had, not a holiday, but, that's a shame. Sorry, I'm just trying to catch up. The chat is fast tonight. It seems there's like quite a few people in the chat and it is going quite fast, isn't it? I'm managing to keep up though. So yeah, my mum's saying loofahs like hot weather, so start off indoors, germinate very easily, then harden off outside. Plant out in the sunniest, most protected part of the garden with somewhere steady for them to grow up. I think they pretty go mad, don't they? How many fruits, Mum, did you get off of each of your plants? So, Guru often says that your skin's waterproof, don't worry about the rain, which is absolutely correct. Okay, so Green Raven is saying the Wonderberry is like a blueberry, but it does not need acid soil. Interesting. I'm going to have a look at that. Has anyone else grown any? So I sent Rue a little letter to say thank you for her picture that she drew me the other day, and I drew some really bad pumpkins on the letter. But yeah, going back to my raised beds and stuff, I'm so pleased that I've got that ready and stuff, and I want to find like a trellis now or an archway for my rose that my sister gave me for Christmas because that's still in the pot. I've also got a kind of climbing fig tree that I need to plant somewhere as well. So if anybody can give me some advice about what is a really good rose kind of archway. I do like I will buy an archway if required, but I don't want to buy one that's going to fall apart or is maybe possibly made of wood. So if anybody can give me any advice about what would be really good for my rose, then please let me know. So Tony said it's the Wonderberry is similar to a honeyberry. I've never heard of a honeyberry either, so this is interesting. So my mum is saying pinch off most of the shoots. Now I'm assuming that's still about the it's with the loofah basically. So yeah. So yeah, Jasmine, I put that it was from the pumpkin lady on the back of the envelope just so you knew who it was from. Just because, yeah, I didn't put my address. I never really put my return address on anything because I didn't want it being returned necessarily. So I put, yeah, from that so you knew it was from me. So Catherine is saying a honeyberry is a type of honeysuckle. The smell of honeysuckle for me just disagrees with me, so I'm not a fan of honeysuckle. So ACS is saying she is growing Aurora and Borellis Haskaps this year. I've never heard of those. So Ken and Carol is saying that they are into blueberries. Got a few now, but waiting to see if my cuttings show new shoots. Yeah, I haven't got any blueberries. And do they really need... Hello, Brian. Thank you very much for joining us. Do they still need... I mean, I know we all talk about they need like ericaceous acidic soil and stuff, but what happens if they don't grow in acidic soil? Is it like you really have to make sure that you buy in the soil, or yeah, how does that work? So Ross is saying that remember all honeysuckles are edible. Some are only edible once. Okay, so don't eat honeysuckles. I did a video a little while ago, actually, back in the summer, where I got some rose cuttings and I just cut them and put them in a bucket. And I'm really pleased to say that most of them have actually got roots now. So I need to pot them up, and I'm so excited about that because, you know, like I just cut them, put them in and forgot about them, and they're growing. So jasmine, I think my mum is saying that she's going to be planting a jasmine in her house, but doesn't want that to put me off going to see her. I don't. I think jasmine smells nice, doesn't it? Honeysuckle's got a really strong, like really. I don't know. I'm not sure of the smell, but it's yeah, not good. Thank you very much, Jasmine, for joining us. So, but yeah, I am really going to be getting loads more fruit bushes and stuff like that. I've got some raspberries at the front of the house, but they'll be having to be moved anyway when we have our driveway done. So I'm not sure where I'm going to be putting those. Um, so coffee grounds and leaf mould are great for blueberries. So that's Jay McHugh saying that. But Jay McHugh, can you tell me, does that actually make them grow well, or is it just that that's something they are acidic and helps them out a bit? Thank you very, very much, Georgia, for joining us. That's lovely that you've came in to say hi. Hi, Sue. Thank you very much for joining us this evening. What herbs am I growing? Well, the only herb that I've got growing at the moment is parsley. And that's because I did a video back, like, yeah, last year in the summer sometime, called like how to grow supermarket parsley. And you know, you get them in the big pots and there's like 100 plants in each pot. Basically, I split them up and put them into pots, and I've noticed that they are still all alive and they're growing. So that's the only herb that I'm growing. So my mum is saying nice jumper. This is like such a scabby jumper. When I got this, it was from a charity shop, but when I got it, these were all like, this is all what's it called? Those sequins. And they were like bright green, bright purple, bright pink, and bright red. And it's been washed probably 100 times, so it's just vile now. Sorry, I'm just looking at the conversation. So my mum's asking when we're starting the driveway. Basically, we had a structural engineer come and visit us a couple of weeks ago. He said we don't need planning permission, but we do need like some proper retaining walls. So he is going to go away and come back to us with a quote for doing the drawings and everything, because we need to make sure it's done with building regulations and stuff, because when we sell the house, you know, we want to make sure that there's going to be no issues with like that. So we are waiting for them to come back to us, but we do need to chase them up because we haven't heard anything. And the car that we've ordered, like, if you don't know, we've ordered an electric car, but when we ordered it I think about 6 months ago, but there's a massive waiting list, and the car that we're getting, we have, like, they've stopped taking on any more UK orders because there's an issue with getting the batteries, because obviously, you know, the suppliers and then the people that manufacture the batteries have to get, you know, the actual batteries and stuff and make them. So yeah, we do kind of need to get it sorted really soon. But also I really wanted to grow loads of nice food and stuff in that area. So I'm literally just going to forget about the front garden this year and just work on the woodland area and then some of the flower beds that I've got in my patio area. So sorry, I'm just looking at the conversation. So thank you, Anna, for joining us. I'm not sure if you've gone now, but thank you. So sorry, I'm just trying to catch up. I have sown like a few things, but not many things really. I am planning though on, I've got some, when does everyone start their carrots? Under glass, but when does everyone put their carrots in? Oh, so David is asking, has anyone ever grown red cucumbers? Never heard of a red cucumber before. So Mandy's Tropical said, hi, do you grow all your veg from seeds or do you buy plug plants? I have always pretty much grown everything from seed, But last year I did pick up some things from the supermarket that, not the supermarket, from the garden centre. They get rid of, like, they sell six, um, fruit plants, vegetable plants, for like £4, and they always have a reduced section. So last year I did buy loads of reduced stuff for like 50p, but actually it was a bit of a waste because I didn't really look after them. So even though they only cost 50p, and I think I didn't even pay for them because I had like a gift voucher or something for um, the garden centre, but still, yeah, I don't really buy plug plants. Possibly I might. I'm never gonna say never, because there's a couple of companies that sell like packs and kits, and I would really like to have a go at some of those. So yeah, possibly I might actually just get in contact with them and say, can I have some to review or something? I don't know. But yeah, I don't really get plug plants usually. So Tony said he also needs to film a video. So is that this weekend that you're doing that? So Brian, your carrots went in on the 27th of February. Was that in the ground? Do they germinate though at this time of year, in this temperature? Okay, so Tony, you are doing a video this week, okay? Sorry, there's some conversation going on that I'm not going to read out, but I'm just reading it. Sorry. So Mandy's saying that she has got some plugged tomatoes and chilies and peppers. I haven't grown any peppers this year. I did have some overwintering chilies and I never watered them, so I think they've died. Yeah, so I am going to be working on my trenches for my potatoes really soon. Um, that is my plan. But I've got some ideas of how I can plant, or how I can use the space in between the potatoes, because when I was looking, when I was working out how many potatoes I had and how many I could put in a row, everywhere said you need to be planting your rows about a metre apart from each other. So that's a good question now. What does everybody grow in between their potatoes? Or do you not grow anything because you've got so much land, you just let nothing grow between them? Hi, Mama in the garden. Sorry, I'm going quiet again because I'm reading the conversation. I can see there's 35 people in the group. If you could also all do a thumbs up, that would be amazing. Thank you. Okay, so Steve Plumwine, my father-in-law, grows weeds between his potatoes. I'm hoping not to be growing any weeds this year. So some people just grow them like in. So Clueless, what is a roof stout bed? Do you mean a raised bed? Brian, I will check out that video that you've done on carrots. Okay, so carrots germinate with the first annual weeds. Lovely. Oh, thank you very much, Liz. Liz has put a link to my Facebook page. I'm also now on Twitter, and I'm also on Instagram. And while we are talking about, thank you very much, Liz. While we're talking about doing, what's going on and stuff, I'm not sure if all of you are aware, but Liz is doing a course at her house. Basically, this year she's kicked off doing courses at her house. She's got lots of great ideas in the pipeline for the next year in terms of like courses in the future and stuff. But I don't know if you can put a link, Liz, to your courses or your whatever. If you could do that, that would be great, so everybody can have a look. So Clueless Homesteader saying a stout bed is where you cover the ground with hay and place the potatoes under the hay. No dig, no raised beds. Everything else I'm doing is going to raised beds. That's really interesting. I think I saw Hugh do a video where he grew potatoes in straw or hay, but I've never seen anyone else do it, and I didn't know it actually. Thanks, Lindsay, for joining us this evening. But yeah, if you want to click on to the courses that Liz is doing, I'd really love to go on it, but I know everything, so no, I don't. But yeah, it will be very good. So the Clueless Homesteader is experimenting, and this is the first time that he's going to be growing his potatoes under hay. Will they not get light though, and go a bit funny and green? Yeah, Tony is going on the course, and he's really looking forward to it. It's actually, when you go to Liz's, when you watch all of her videos, and I know she's got the drone footage and stuff, but you don't really realise like how much space she has and how much she has growing there. It's amazing. Sorry again. Hi Bill, thanks very much for joining us. I'm sorry, I'm just trying to catch up with the conversation here. But yeah, Liz's garden is absolutely fantastic. But also, while we're here and we've got time, if anybody wants to mention that if they have a YouTube channel, please put down in the comments now you have a channel, or just I've got a channel, and we can all have a look at each other. If we don't already subscribe to each other, then we can all do that and help each other out. Brian is saying, hi Bill, or is it Val? It's really funny because we always wonder, you know, which which person it is. But I'm always assuming it's Bill, to be honest. But yeah. So yeah, everyone is putting down here that they have a channel. So if you haven't already put down that you've got a channel and you have a channel, please put that down yet. And it's Evil Spartacus saying not yet, but you might be having a channel. Are you thinking of starting a channel? Benny, thank you. You've started a channel as well. So Tony is here and he's saying he has a channel. We all know Tony has a channel, and he's probably gone up 2,000 subscribers since last Friday when we were talking about when he was doing it. So Guru Mafinda, I've got a channel and it's Ace, and Ken and Carol have a channel too. So yeah, anyone else have a channel, please put it down here. And if anybody has any questions about starting a channel, ask here, because there's a few of us that have a channel, and I would say if you're thinking about doing a channel, just have a go and do it, because you know, I'm so glad I started a channel because I'm not even a year old yet. I'm not a year old, but it's my first birthday coming up in a little while. I'm not going to say when, but in a little while, and I will do a little birthday. I'm gonna have a birthday party. 1 year's birthday party. So my mum said she's not going to start a channel. Don't you think my mum should start a channel? She can call it Jill's Little Turkish Garden or something. It's so funny. I can remember when I first got my channel, I really wanted to do a channel for quite a few months before, and then I didn't, you know, I was a bit nervous, and then I did it, and I just thought, wow, why didn't I do it before? And you know, you are a bit rambly at the beginning, like Ross is saying, but you know, you just keep going. So Evil Spartacus is saying, when we finally move, I'll probably change my name on YouTube to something more appropriate when I do. Are you planning on moving soon? And what area are you going to be moving to? So Tony says, once you get past hearing your own voice, you're fine. I talk so much, I haven't got a problem with hearing my own voice. So Heidi's Garden, planning on starting sometime this year. Your 5 reasons to do YouTube was the last nudge I needed to get started. Do you know what? You really do it. do it. You know, and actually I've had 2 people this week message me on my Facebook group saying about starting a channel, or had questions about their channel, and it's actually really nice to people to have asked me questions, because I'm really happy to give advice. And I know I'm not a big channel or anything like that. You know, Tony's here, he's like the biggest channel of all on this conversation. But you know, everyone that I know has a channel will always be happy to help and give somebody advice. So yeah, that's worth doing. So not pots to plate. All right, Ken and Carol are thinking of doing a live stream, but will anyone turn up? I can remember thinking nobody was going to turn up when I did a live stream. I was so scared about doing a live stream. And now, I mean, tonight is the first night where maybe I'm going off a bit, but I haven't actually written any notes or anything. And I jumped in here 2 minutes before I was meant to go live and everything. But you just go for it. And do you know what? If nobody turns up on your live chat, and I'm sure they will, then use it as a practice, work out where all the buttons are on the screen, say hi and everything, talk, and just get used to the actual process of doing a live stream, and then finish it. If no one turns up, it's fine. You can always delete it. But you'll learn how it all works, where the chat is and everything like that. So I'd say do it. But also, if you do a live, you know, if you've got your Facebook page, if you've got your Instagram, if you've got Twitter, if you're in other people's groups that have other channels, then as long as it's within the rules, you could you can do a link and a little advert in all of those places to say that you're going to be going live on a certain time. James also has a channel. James, are you still watching a little bit behind? But yeah, James has a channel and it's really good as well, so click on there. So the hydroponic aquaponic farmer is saying you have to continue even when you have 15 subscribers. I can remember when I first started my channel, it was like I started it on the Wednesday or something, and I had friends around to stay on like the Friday for the weekend, and I was like, oh, I've got a channel, this is so cool, this is so cool. Like, I was being a right sardo, and I was like, I've got like 19 subscribers. And my friend's partner, he made this comment, and he didn't mean it on, you know, he didn't mean it, but he just said, nah, you never make it with you know, YouTube is old, you want to use, it's all about live streaming now. And I was like, oh, okay. It kind of put a bit of dampener on me. And I thought, do you know what? I'm going to prove that I can be successful and YouTube is still really current. And now I'm where I am with my channel, and I'm really proud of myself, because at first you get so excited that you've got 10 subscribers. Then you're excited that you've got 100. That's like a big milestone. Then it's like 200. And then, you know, you think to yourself, well, I really want to get to like 1,000, because that's what everybody's like big number is to begin with. And you're just like, I want to get to 1,000, I want to get to 1,000. And sometimes you think like, I'm never going to get there. But all you do to get there is do more videos. And you know, I was really lucky. I became friends with Liz. Liz was obviously a bigger channel than me. And you know, I met her, built a relationship with her. You know, I went on her channel and did a video with her, and then that bumped me up a bit. And then, you know, Tony from UK Here We Grow, he visited Liz and did like a shout out and talked about my channel, and it was just like, you know, it was all about that. And you just keep going. Like when just keep doing videos, even if you're rambling, keep doing videos, videos. Yeah, so ACS is saying she was excited for the first 6 subscribers, you know. And David saying he thinks he sounds thick on his videos. At the end of the day, you just got to keep going. And yeah, that's it really. Hi, Vicky. Thanks for joining us. Sorry, I've missed you saying. Oh, so Cook Racing, sorry. Okay, so he has a genuine question. I have a genuine question. Have you both had any thoughts about putting a summer house in the garden? We're thinking of the house. If the house is small but has a decent garden, getting a shed as a play room. Okay, so Cook Racing is a friend of Lloyd's, and he also has a channel. So it is about racing cars, but I know he's trying to grow his channel. So click on his channel as well if you feel like supporting a fellow YouTuber. He knows our garden and stuff, and he's saying about getting a summer house. Lloyd is building a massive shed at the moment, so you'll have to come around and have a look at that. But I have just put loads of raised beds in the woodland area, so you'll have to have a look, Miles, and see what you think. Watch some of my videos. Sorry, I'm just trying to catch up with the thing. So yeah, like Brian's saying that he doesn't worry about numbers because he likes to reply to every comment. And I think that's really important as well, isn't it? You know, you always have to reply to every single comment. Sorry, I'm just trying to catch up with the comments again. Mum, the shed is going to be Lloyd's shed, but it's going to be full of firewood, and he's putting a fireplace in there and stuff. But there will be places in there for me to keep my tools, because at the moment my tools are kept in the workshop, which is just by the driveway, and it's such a trek to get round the house. Okay, so Tony from UK Here We Grow is saying it's hard to reply when you have thousands a week, but he's still managing to. And actually, you know, I guess when you get that many comments and stuff, that it is hard to keep up with all of them, especially I guess when they're on older videos, because it's harder to kind of keep up with those on the apps and stuff. But you know, Tony is doing so well with his channel, and he manages to keep relationships and watch other people's videos, which is so important as well. I think, like Liz said, the community is so important, and we just need to kind of like, yeah, keep going. And yeah, watching each other's as well is actually quite important, I think. So Heidi's saying that I love how I've gotten to know other gardeners around YouTube. I think that's so, yeah, it's so great. And, you know, at the moment I'm really busy and stuff. But, you know, in the future I do want to go and visit more people's gardens and allotments and stuff. And I think that'd be really good to do like a whole series where I go and visit other people's gardens and stuff. So if you've got a channel here and you want me to come and visit it at some stage, say you want me to come and visit you, because I will make a note of that. Because in the future, petrol is not going to be an issue for me. So I can literally go anywhere. Obviously, going to the Highlands or whatever might take a little bit of organising in terms of time and stuff, but yes, I'll definitely come and visit people. Hello Sam, thanks for coming. Liz, I already come and visit you. So yeah, Ross also does metal detecting, and I watched one of his metal detecting videos the other day, and I love watching people doing metal detecting or like mudlarking, because I just end up like just being glued to the screen watching what they're going to pull out of the ground next. And usually it's like, you know, like if it's fishing, it's like an old boot or like something like that, but I just get addicted to it. Ah, so James is almost 5 minutes behind. Um, well, that's okay if you're 5 minutes behind. Oh, Benny said, "Am I coming to Norway?" Well, that sounds like it could be fun. Why not? Sorry, I'm just having a look. Sorry, I do apologise. Tony is just saying that, like, as your channel gets bigger, you need to invest a lot more into that channel, which is completely true. And it does become quite hard work. I mean, like doing videos and stuff, I'm like do really basic editing on my videos, and still like filming the video takes however long it does to film the video, and it always takes longer for you to do the actual gardening task in hand. And then when you put the video live, you have to like upload it onto YouTube. Then you have to work out a thumbnail. You might change your thumbnail because you're not too sure about it. Then you have to think of like a catchy, hopefully like a catchy name of the video. Then you have to do your tags. Then you have to do your description, and it is really hard. And you have to then you have to you know, to put it on your Instagram, your Twitter, and everything. It does take a long time. Hi, Hilltop Farm. Hope you're doing well. Thank you for joining us. So Brian used to go fishing. I used to go fishing like when I was at my mum's house. We She lives quite near the sea, and we'd always like charter a boat for the day. And the captain of the boat, and when I say boat, it's like this big wooden long thing. It's not like a posh yacht or anything. But the captain would always have like, you know, fishing rods and stuff in the in his boat and stuff. So I'd always have a go at fishing, and I think I only caught one thing fishing, and that was someone else's hook. So I thought that I had caught something, and I was like trying to reel it in, and obviously like, you know, the captain was probably like, "Oh, I'll help you, defenseless young girl that can't reel it in." So he obviously takes over trying to reel this thing in, and then it turns out my friend behind me is going, "Oh, I've caught something too," and I've got their blooming hook. That was how unlucky I am. Ah, so Brian is saying he gets most of his work done before he makes the video. That's kind of true. That is a good way to do it. So yes, having a YouTube channel is actually quite hard work. It's like earlier in the week, I think it was like Tuesday, I was like filming. I wanted to get all of my grass mown and everything, and I wanted to show everybody my new raised beds in the garden because I was so excited about it. And then I look round, and my dog is inside the chicken coop, running after the chickens. And we had we had a chicken that wasn't very well for a couple of days, and we were like umming and ahhing about, you know, what we did with this chicken. So then this poor chicken, the dog was like grabbing this chicken, poor thing, you know, didn't cause any harm, and I got the dog out straight away. Um, but yeah, that was like I was trying to film a video, and then I ended up having to completely stop what I was doing and repair a hole that my stupid dog had made. So my mum said roast it. I'm assuming you mean the dog, because the dog nearly did get roasted for that. But unfortunately, that evening, we're not sure what was wrong with her. I think it was possibly like just old age, because she was just she just wasn't hanging. You know, she just used to sit around all day, not really do anything. But she, you know, but anyway, that evening we decided that, you know, the chicken had had a really nice life and everything, and it was time to, you know, say goodbye. um Lloyd went on a course where he learned all about dispatching chickens and preparing chickens, so he's really confident in doing it. But he's somebody that doesn't want to just, I'm more of a kind of practical person that will say, right, it's time for that, you know, right, it's had its time. It's unfair now to leave it, you know, leave it the way it is. But he wanted just to make sure, and then he was happy that that was the time then, and he, yeah, finished the job. So yeah, my mum's saying, yeah, I suppose you could race the dog. This is our sheepdog, Gwen, and she's like 2 years old, and she is absolutely mad. So she's like a really docile dog, but she just eats everything. So she thinks that, yeah, she just eats absolutely everything. Not that she's eating a chicken. She actually is very, she just chases them, or like you know, she kind of runs up to them and then bounds up to them, and then the chickens are running riot everywhere. But yeah, she's pretty crazy. Has anybody, I've just noticed we've come up to the hour, so thanks everyone that's been here. Has anybody got any questions before I go? Steve Plum Wine, are you back on the home brew yet? Is that in terms of drinking it? Because when I was racking off all the wine tonight, I didn't feel good about what I was doing. But I have some Woodford's Wherry that I need to keg. I need to buy a keg of those, so I'm going to do that this week because it's the first of the month, isn't it? So I have, yeah, I can get one, and I'm going to. So yeah. So Tommy, you have a question. Why is black so dark? Bye, Mum. Thanks for coming. Steve Plum Wine, no, I am not drinking it. I've had supermarket wine this week. I quite like a Shiraz, but I cannot bring myself to drink. Even when I was racking off the wine earlier, because it wasn't sweet, it tasted like bitter, or it didn't feel right. When I say, has anybody got a question, I'm asking for a mature question, Liz and Tony. Why is cream so pale? Come on. Right, has anybody got any mature questions? Night, night, Chris. Thank you very much for joining us. The answer was 42. Yeah, that sounds about right. Liz, you can ask yourself how long cheese takes to mature, because you're the only one that makes cheese here that I'm aware of. Right, good night, everybody. Good night, good night, good night. Because you're all being very mature now. Oh, James. Sorry, James is talking about metal detecting. James, do you do metal detecting? Because it sounds cool. Anyway, thank you very much for everybody for joining me, and I hope you all have a lovely week. And I'm not sure if I'll see you next Friday, because it is Gardener's World. So will you watch me next Friday, or do I rearrange my lives because of Gardener's World? Leave a comment. But I'm going now. Goodbye, goodbye, goodbye. Thank you. Thank you, everybody. You can all watch Gardener's World on catch up though, can't you? Clueless Homesteader, Gardener's World is a programme that we have in the UK. It's on Friday evenings. If you check out Gardener's World on YouTube, there's probably videos on there. Sarah's saying, what about straight after Gardener's World? Isn't that a bit late? But yes, anyway, you can watch Jay McHugh, you can watch it on catch up, can't you? You can watch me on catch up as well. I know. Anyway, I am going on. So thank you very much. Have an amazing weekend, and I will catch up with you soon. Take care. Bye.